Introduction to Can't Hurt Me by David Goggins. Can't Hurt Me, Master Your Mind and Defy the Odds by David Goggins is a memoir that explores his incredible journey from a traumatic childhood to becoming one of the toughest endurance athletes and Navy SEALs in history. The book highlights Goggins' transformative experiences, where he overcame physical, mental, and emotional challenges by embracing suffering and pushing beyond his perceived limits. Goggins introduces the concept of mental callousing, emphasizing that our minds can be strengthened through hardship, much like muscles grow through resistance. His philosophy is rooted in brutal self-honesty, facing fears, and using pain as a tool for growth. Throughout the book, he shares various tactics and principles that helped him achieve what many would consider impossible, such as the accountability mirror and the 40% rule, which suggests that when we feel like quitting, we've only reached 40% of our true capacity. The core message of Can't Hurt Me is that each individual has the potential to transform their life by taking control of their mind and embracing discomfort. Through his story, Goggins encourages readers to challenge their comfort zones, reject excuses, and develop a mindset that thrives in adversity. His life serves as proof that with determination and resilience, one can rise above any circumstances and achieve greatness. Chapter 1, I Should Have Been a Statistic. David Goggins begins by recounting his early life, filled with struggles and trauma. He grew up in an abusive household, where his father physically abused his mother and him. This led to a troubled childhood, filled with fear and self-doubt. At school, he faced racism and bullying, which made him feel isolated and invisible. The chapter emphasizes how these experiences shaped his mindset, making him feel weak and inadequate. Despite the harshness of his upbringing, Goggins highlights the importance of confronting reality and embracing the pain to fuel personal growth. He learns to stop feeling sorry for himself and starts taking responsibility for his life. Chapter 2, Truth Hurts. In this chapter, Goggins explains the turning point where he decided to face the harsh truths about himself. He was severely overweight, directionless, and working a job he hated as an exterminator. A documentary about Navy SEALs inspired him to transform, but he quickly realized that change would not come easy. The first step was to be brutally honest about his flaws and weaknesses. He emphasizes the concept of the accountability mirror, where he writes down his goals and the things he needed to change on sticky notes, placing them on his mirror as daily reminders. This practice helped him develop self-discipline and focus, pushing him to shed over 100 pounds to qualify for SEAL training. Chapter 3, The Impossible Task. After losing weight, Goggins faced the grueling process of becoming a Navy SEAL. He had to go through BUD/S, Basic Underwater Demolition/SEAL, training, known for being one of the toughest military programs. He failed the course twice due to injuries but pushed himself through a third time, facing immense physical and mental challenges. The chapter illustrates how Goggins developed a calloused mind by enduring hardships. He describes how embracing discomfort allowed him to surpass his perceived limits. The concept of taking souls is introduced, which means proving doubters wrong through relentless effort. Goggins also emphasizes that true mental toughness comes from facing failures head-on and refusing to quit. Chapter 4, Taking Souls. Goggins delves deeper into the taking souls mentality, where he describes how to use adversity as fuel to outperform others, especially those who doubt you. During BUD/S, Goggins saw how instructors tried to break trainees' spirits, but instead of being defeated, he used their negativity to push himself even harder. This chapter highlights the importance of maintaining a strong mental attitude, especially when others want to see you fail. Goggins encourages readers to find power in these moments by turning pain into a weapon. By adopting this mindset, he completed SEAL training and learned to thrive in hostile environments. This approach helped him tackle new challenges, always aiming to exceed expectations. Chapter 5, Armored Mind. In this chapter, Goggins talks about developing mental resilience, which he calls the armored mind. He discusses how most people only tap into 40% of their potential due to comfort zones and fear. Goggins shares his experience of facing his own limitations through ultra-endurance races, such as the Badwater 135, a 135-mile race through Death Valley. These experiences taught him that the mind is the most powerful tool when it is properly trained. By pushing through pain and exhaustion, he learned how to master his inner dialogue and quiet self-doubt. The concept of the cookie jar is introduced, where one recalls past victories and moments of strength during times of hardship. This strategy helped Goggins to stay focused during intense physical challenges. Chapter 6, It's Not About a Trophy. Goggins reflects on how his journey wasn't just about achieving physical milestones but about becoming the best version of himself. He talks about the importance of purpose beyond seeking external rewards, such as medals or accolades. Goggins emphasizes that the real victory comes from the internal growth and discipline developed during the process. He also highlights the idea of setting new goals as soon as you reach one, to avoid complacency. Goggins shares stories of his continued endurance racing, emphasizing how his motivation comes from self-improvement rather than recognition. The chapter serves as a reminder to find satisfaction in the daily struggle and to focus on long-term progress rather than immediate results. Chapter 7, The Most Powerful Weapon. Here, Goggins explores the power of the mind over the body, emphasizing the role of mental toughness in achieving extraordinary feats. He talks about how the mind can either be a great ally or a formidable enemy. This chapter explains how to cultivate an indomitable mindset through self-discipline and visualization techniques. Goggins describes how he used these methods during a 100-mile race where he faced injuries and intense fatigue but managed to finish by mentally pushing through the pain. The key message is that our potential is often limited by our mental barriers, and breaking those barriers is the path to greatness. He encourages readers to face their fears head-on and to use visualization as a tool to achieve their goals. Chapter 8, Failure is Just the Beginning. Goggins shares his perspective on failure, emphasizing that it is a necessary part of growth. He recounts several instances where he failed, including his attempts at military training and various races. Instead of letting failure defeat him, he used it as an opportunity to learn and come back stronger. Goggins explains that failure teaches you more about yourself than success ever can, as it exposes weaknesses that need to be addressed. He urges readers to see failure not as the end but as a stepping stone toward improvement. This chapter serves as a reminder that resilience is built through embracing setbacks and using them as motivation to keep moving forward. Chapter 9, Uncommon Amongst Uncommon. In this chapter, Goggins reflects on what it means to be uncommon amongst uncommon. He describes how he continuously pushed himself beyond the limits, even among other elite individuals like Navy SEALs. Goggins emphasizes that greatness requires a mindset of continuous improvement, even when you reach the top. He shares how he applied this mentality in various aspects of his life, such as pushing himself in physical challenges, learning new skills, and always aiming to be better than he was yesterday. The chapter highlights that to be truly exceptional, one must refuse to settle for average or even above average, and instead strive to be the best among the best. This approach requires a relentless work ethic and the willingness to go beyond comfort zones. Chapter 10, The Empowerment of Failure. The final chapter of Can't Hurt Me emphasizes the long-term benefits of embracing discomfort and seeking challenges. Goggins explains how the hardships he endured in his life made him stronger and more resilient. He discusses the importance of self-mastery and the ability to adapt to any situation, no matter how difficult. Goggins concludes by encouraging readers to seek out their own challenges and to see life as a series of opportunities for growth. He stresses that life's obstacles are meant to be faced and conquered, and that through this process, anyone can achieve their full potential. The overarching message is that the journey of self-discovery and self-discipline is never-ending, and one should always aim to push beyond what they think is possible. Conclusion. Can't Hurt Me by David Goggins is a powerful testament to the strength of the human spirit. Through his life story, Goggins shows how facing adversity and embracing pain can lead to incredible growth. His message is clear: the mind is capable of far more than we think, and by pushing through discomfort, anyone can achieve greatness. Each chapter serves as a lesson in resilience, mental toughness, and the relentless pursuit of self-mastery. Goggins' story inspires readers to take control of their lives, confront their fears, and strive to be uncommon amongst uncommon.